Forget it. I'm just gonna swipe right so I can give him a piece of my mind.
Hi.
What is the meaning of this?
Hi.
Oh, just interviewing for another roommate. For a one-bedroom apartment? You know, gotta save where we can. I can't believe you. Oh, come on, man, he's not even my type.
I don't want to hear it. Bye.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake. This channel is called Jake of All Trades, and Hanabie has got a new song out called MyType, and I don't really have much more to say other than that I love Hanabie's controlled chaos. So without any further ado, let's check out what they have in store with this one. Alrighty, here we go. MyType, official music video from Hanabie. Here we go. Oh. Huh. Already making a statement. I love the riff already. Controlled chaos. Those gnomes. Got a little groovy here. Just doom scrolling on TikTok or something. Oh. Oh, yes. Just the way that flips so quickly. What's going on here? I'm so confused. It's like apocalyptic imagery now. I really like Matsuri's vocals in this one. Getting a little groovy now. Oh, that was freaking awesome. All right, as usual, I have to go back and listen to it a second time so that I can absorb what is going on, because as I referenced before, Hanabie is pure controlled chaos. The way that they are able to contrast things so quickly and seemingly effortlessly is just amazing. This is going to be a little bit chaotic because the song is chaotic, but I'm going to attempt to keep it controlled, hopefully. I'm going to go through it chronologically, but also kind of pepper in some themes that I noticed throughout the song, both audibly and visually. Starting with the intro here, The robotic Matsuri vocals was a really unique and very catchy way to start. It's very attention grabbing and not the way I would have expected the song to start. And then you got the jun jun to start with. And then there's seems to be a lot of like cultural symbolism that I don't have the background knowledge on to really get. So if you guys can fill me in on any of that stuff, I would really, really enjoy that. Between like the clothing that they're wearing, the setting that they're in, as well as the masks of the people like doing the doom scrolling on their phones. It seems to be making a statement right from the get-go with that. And on that note, I was reading through the English lyrics that they have in the description there, and a couple things that I was pulling out from it. They're talking about a couple different themes, kind of linking them together, and I'm not the best at picking up on lyrical themes, but this is my best interpretation of what I was reading with the lyrics. Please correct me if I'm making any mistakes or if there's anything I'm leaving out that's important to this. But, you know, they're talking about my type and they're talking about the 16 types. So it seems like the Myers-Briggs like personality type. It sounds like we're trying to classify people into like different groupings and then defining ourselves based on those groupings. So, you know, you're like, oh, I'm a INTFJLMNOP something. I don't know the Myers-Briggs stuff. I couldn't do it. I tried. I could not keep track of it. But you get that thing, and then it's like, well, this is whatever this personality type is. And then it's like you kind of base yourself on that. And you've got online influencers that'll kind of talk about different types of people. And so you're kind of doom scrolling through TikTok or whatever, and you find yourself like seeing something about psychology. And you start kind of going like, yeah, that person's a narcissist. Oh, yeah, I'm an empath. Oh, yeah, this person's a whatever. And you kind of start getting defined by the online world while you're trying to, like, understandably learn how to understand yourself and maybe the people around you or the things that you're going through. And I get that. I'm guilty of that as well. And with the way that they're talking about it, people that do this sort of thing are flooding things regularly, like posting regularly. There's a talk in the lyrics about there's a time limit to like get this stuff out, and you got to be a perfectionist, and you have to make the super polished content because it's all like super professional now. Like back in the early days of YouTube, you could kind of have something super scrappy and like it was fun and no one cared, and now it's like, all right, now you have to have 32 million subscribers and have like a full production thing with a full team and whatnot, and and then there's people like me that are creating great quality content that you're watching right now, trying to not quite being able to match up with that sort of thing. And so this talks a little bit about the pressures of the world online, kind of using it to define the world around you. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. It seems, I don't know exactly how all those things are connected. In some part of my brain, it made sense. But again, I'm just spitballing here because I am not the best at this. Just ask my English teacher from high school who probably was smacking her head every time she read a paper when I was trying to break down a poem, a piece of literature, or whatever it happened to be. Just like, oh my God, Jake, you are definitely not passing this class. Anyway, so please correct me on anything I might be wrong on there. Getting into the verse then, it starts off with Yukina's like really high-pitched squeaky vocals that she does. It's a very high-speed, high-pitched rapping. Then she suddenly switches it to like the growls and the screams and everything, and then it comes together in layers on itself. You got the screams and the high squeaky vocals. And then throughout the verse, both in the first and second verse, there was this back and forth between them. You kind of had the high squeaky vocals, and then you'd like have the heavy pounding screaming growls, and then you went back to the high pitched stuff, and then you went back to the monster, and it was just this sudden quick back and forth, which is so chaotic, but it is organized, yet it keeps you on your toes because you don't know what's coming next. And you can definitely tell that there's a song structure. You can definitely tell that the chorus, you can tell a verse, but the way that those verses and choruses are executed are so unpredictable. That's one of the things that makes Hanabie so much fun. You just don't know what's coming next. And to get into that a little bit more too, even in the second verse, between some of the back and forth, like there's a part where the instruments just drop out almost entirely, except for like a little bit of an electronic drone. And Yukina just kind of like does the high-pitched squeaky vocals and just kind of, I don't know, just in her own flair, like has this kind of like, I don't know, it makes me laugh. She's very, very funny, yet she seems to cover very serious topics in a very comical sort of way. I'm sure she means to be funny at some points, and I don't know if there's other parts where she's not trying to be funny and just is, or I'm like maybe not taking her seriously enough. Again, it is very, very difficult for me to like truly grasp the Hanabie experience. Getting into the pre-chorus and chorus, Matsuri handles a lot of that. She does the main melody, and I like this sort of Jekyll and Hyde thing of you've got Matsuri doing a lot more of the cleans and Yukina doing a lot more of the screams. It's kind of this fun play that they have on each other, and they just work so well together. Another thing I want to mention too is about how Matsuri, her vocals have changed over time. I think the first time I heard her sing, I think it might have been in We Love Sweets. I think that was my first song from Hanabie that I've listened to. I remember listening to her vocals, and I'm like, she's good. I wasn't blown away by her. But here, I feel like her development as a vocalist has come a long way. I really love her vocals in this song. Not just with the effects with like the robotics and other stuff, but like the actual tone that she brings, the way she like the harmonies work and everything. It's really, really good. So that's something I've been noticing too. I noticed also the bassist has like a speaking line, which is pretty interesting. Hitsu, please correct me if I messed up that pronunciation. That was kind of interesting too, to get like see her get involved in part of the vocals in the song, even if it isn't like singing, it's more of like a ad-lib talk sort of portion of the song. And then if you guys could educate me, another thing that I was thinking about was the symbol that Yukina makes and then is like in the background in the final scene of the music video. I want to know what that's about. I don't know what that means, what that symbolizes, what goes into that. Again, any insights, please drop it in a comment. Last thing, I realized on the last Hanabie video that they just got a new drummer named Chika, and I really like what she does, like in terms of the drumming. I'm not a drummer, so I'm not going to be able to provide a super amazing analysis here of her drumming, but just the way she changes up the pace, like you can have the same riff, but then she like will change it from like a kind of a double time sort of hit the snare on every quarter note sort of thing to like a more groovy type spot. And again, the same riff could be over the top of it, but it just changes the feel of the song and it just keeps it interesting. I mean, everything about it keeps it interesting, but it was just another layer of complexity and change-ups and what else are they going to do in this song? It is amazing. So the final thing that I wanted to point out was the imagery that Matsuri was on the roof, like at the beginning of the song with like the beautiful night sky and the beautiful moon, and then like it later becomes like apocalyptic. That just, I don't know, just given like the critical nature that Hanabie seems to have with their lyrics, it seems like, you know, it's almost like a doom and gloom sort of song. It almost seems like, again, correct me if I'm misinterpreting any of that, but that was one of the things I picked up as well. So much to this song, and I know I left a lot out, but this was what I was able to gather from it because, again, it's hard to consume all the chaos and understand all of it. And I think that's part of the beauty of it. But let me know what you guys think. Drop your comments. Let me know what I missed, what you guys thought about the song. If you like the video, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so that you don't miss anything going forward. If you have any other suggestions for other Hanabie songs I should check out, drop it in a comment below and I'll give you a shout out whenever I do any of those videos. Also, same thing with guitar covers, shorts, vocal covers, any of those. Also, I want to thank Jonas S. for supporting me on Patreon. I really, really appreciate it. That's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you, and rock on.